What in the Harlem heartbreak is going on here? Cameron and Chrissy Lampkin. Yes, that Chrissy. The one who's been Jim Jones' ride or die since flip phones. Just got exposed for a secret night that's setting the internet on fire. And where was Jim during all this? At home, being loyal, while his so-called queen was out playing chess with Keela Cam behind his back? Oh, we've got a full-blown Dipset disaster on our hands. And it's juicier than a love and hip-hop reunion brawl with no security. But let's back up, or should we say zoom in, because what really went down that night? Private SUV drop-offs, whispered conversations at rooftop lounges, and Chrissy laughing a little too hard at Cam's jokes. We see you and trust, when Jim Jones found out. Let's just say ballistic doesn't even begin to describe it. The man didn't just lose his cool, he detonated it. So now the streets are talking, the timelines are shaking, and Mama Jones is allegedly packing a wig and a Bible. Is this the end of Dipset as we know it, or just the beginning of Harlem's biggest betrayal? Grab your tea. This ain't just gossip. This is war. So let's start peeling back the velvet curtain on this Dipset disaster, shall we? Because what looked like just another random night in New York turned into the kind of scandal that makes TMZ fumble their phones. Cameron, Mr. Pink Mink himself, wasn't just out grabbing drinks. No, he was allegedly spotted with none other than Chrissy Lampkin, the woman who's practically branded as property of Jim Jones. In the love and hip-hop universe. And baby, this wasn't just a friendly catch-up over calamari. This was a low-key, high-stakes rendezvous that's got everyone from Harlem to Hollywood side-eyeing their screens. Now, let's not act brand new. Krinan and Chrissy go way back. Way back. Back to Dipset's golden era when everybody was wearing bandanas, throwing up bird signs, and talking about loyalty like it was the Ten Commandments. But apparently, loyalty got lost somewhere between the studio and that dimly lit rooftop bar. 'Cause, according to several anonymous but suspiciously detailed sources, Cam and Chrissy weren't just seen together. They were seen getting comfortable. Real comfortable. Like, you ain't got no business being that close unless y'all are related or engaged in scandal. Kind of comfortable. And where was Jim? Oh, sweet loyal Jim. Sources say he was at home recording a podcast. Episode about realness and respect to things clearly not in the room with Chrissy and Cam that night. Can you imagine the irony? Jim talking about never letting the streets break your foundation, while the foundation is out sipping Henny on a penthouse balcony with Dipset's co-founder? You can't write this kind of drama. But don't. Worry, we will. Let's talk details. According to a waiter who accidentally spilled the beans on TikTok, Cam and Chrissy arrived separately but left together. She was wearing all black like she was going to a funeral, maybe for her relationship. And Cam, he was dressed like Harlem royalty as usual, oversized pink jacket and all, looking like betrayal personified. They reportedly spent over 2 hours, talking in hushed tones, occasionally laughing, and at one point Chrissy touched his arm. In scandal speak, that's basically third base. But wait, it gets better. One eyewitness claimed Chrissy kept checking her phone like she was, making sure Jim wasn't tracking her. Someone else said she whispered something in Cam's ear, and whatever it was, had him smirking like he'd just won a bet. Now, we're not saying there was lip-locking involved, but let's just say the body language screamed unfinished business. An unfinished business in the world of hip-hop relationships. That's a Molotov cocktail waiting for a match. And just when you think it's all smoke and mirrors, the first real spark hit the internet like wildfire, because what's a scandal without receipts, right? And oh boy did the internet deliver. Just hours after the first whispers hit social media, a mysterious 12-second clip surfaced on a burner account called Tea from the Top Floor. And let's just say, it shook Harlem to its core. In the grainy, elevator-style footage, the woman who looks uncannily like Chrissy. Same hair, same cheekbones. Same, I'm too old for this drama, but here anyway, walk, is seen entering what appears to be Kamran's high-rise condo. Alone. At 11:47 p.m. No bodyguards, no publicist, no girl. Come with me just in case, best friend. Just her, her phone, and a purse that probably costs more than our rent. The caption? She knew what she was doing. And the comments. Harlem didn't even have time to blink before the thread exploded. Not Chrissy, doing side quests? Behind Jim's back. One user wrote. Another said, this ain't Dipset, this is Dipslip. Even verified users started chiming in, with one fellow Love and Hip Hop cast member liking the post and then immediately unliking it, like we ain't see that. It's too late, sis. Screenshots live forever. And of course, you know who else lives forever? The blogs, within minutes. Every gossip outlet from the Shade Room to Ghettogram had reposted the footage with headlines like Chrissy caught creepin' and Jim's worst nightmare confirmed. And guess who still hadn't said a word? Jim Jones. Yep, silent, no tweets, no Instagram lives, not even a passive-aggressive story post. And when Jim is quiet, that's the loudest kind of loud. Fans started flooding his last post from 3 days ago, a throwback picture of him and Chrissy smiling with comments like, delete this before it embarrasses you further, and Cam probably took that pic SMH. But let's talk about the inside tea, shall we? One close source, aka someone who once handed Kamran a bottle of water backstage in 2017, claims this wasn't a one-time thing. According to them, Chrissy and Cam had been texting for months, using a secret app called Wink to keep everything off the radar. Another source said that whenever Chrissy said she was going to get her nails done alone, she was actually meeting Cam at a private hotel in Midtown. The same hotel where Dipset once filmed a music video back in 2005. So not just shady, symbolically shady. And the wildest part? There's a rumor floating that Cam kept Jim's name saved as credit union in Chrissy's phone so she wouldn't accidentally pick up and blow her cover. That's not next level betrayal. I don't know what is. Harlem is not just watching its morning dot and then boom, the silence broke. Like thunder over Harlem rooftops, Jim Jones finally responded. And baby, it wasn't subtle. He didn't drop a press statement. He didn't write a heartfelt paragraph. No, Jim went live on Instagram, chain swinging, eyes bloodshot, emotions raw, voice cracking like the Dipset legacy itself. In a now viral 14-minute rant titled, Y'all Wanna Play With My Loyalty, Jim let the entire timeline have it. I gave that man my brotherhood. Jim barked into the phone, pacing his living room like a caged animal. I gave that woman my life, and this is how they do me. Bet. Viewers flooded in by the tens of thousands, emojis flying like bullets. He didn't name names, but let's be real, he didn't have to. The streets knew exactly who he meant. And then the kicker. Jim played the first 15 seconds of Kamran's So Boy and shut it off. Petty? No. Strategic warfare. But that wasn't even the most explosive part. Just as fans were still catching their breath from Jim's outburst, Mama Jones entered the chat, literally. She commented, I warned him about both of them, but he ain't listen. Lord Harlem's High Council just dropped the gavel. Fans went into full meltdown mode. Memes were born. Cam and Chrissy, the snake and the flame. One user wrote, someone else tweeted, Mama Jones tried to tell us, but we was too busy laughing at her reality show wigs. Meanwhile, Kamran, not a peep, not a post, not a pink hoodie in sight. That man vanished like a ghost in suede timberlands. No public apology, no denial, just silence, the cocky kind that says, yeah, I did it, and what? And Chrissy, sources say she's laying low, which in love and hip-hop language means she's either lawyered up, prepping her reunion show outfit, or waiting for the storm to pass, like she didn't just nuke her relationship and the Dipset dynasty in one luxurious night out. Behind the scenes, things are even messier. Allegedly, VH1 producers are in a panic. Why? Because this real-life drama wasn't scripted, but it's better than anything they've written in years. Talks of fast-tracking a spinoff are already in motion. Working title: Dipset divided. Love, loyalty, and lies. You're welcome, Mona Scott. But this isn't just about ratings. It's about reputation. Jim's brand, Chrissy's image, and Cam's legacy are all on the line. Endorsement deals, rumored to be pulling back. Club appearances, being quietly canceled. The Dipset name once stood for brotherhood. Now it's the blueprint for betrayal, and as the dust begins to settle, the only thing louder than the betrayal is the silence between these three. Harlem is holding its breath. Fans are picking sides, and the Dipset era might have just witnessed its final chapter. But the question remains, was this really just one night? Or the truth leaking out after years of secrets? So what do you think really went down between Cam'ron and Chrissy? Is Jim Jones done for good, or will this triangle twist even deeper? Drop your theories in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more Savage Scandals we don't make up, we just make 'em viral. Make 'em viral.